So it's the last day of the regular EFL season and I've decided to come to Coventry City as they face Boro in what's going to be a playoff shootout here this afternoon. The equation for both clubs is pretty simple. They've both pretty much got to win. Although Coventry could still get 6th place, which they currently hold by getting a point, it would be unlikely as they would be relying on results from elsewhere. However, Boro do have to win. They need to win this at all costs. This game pits Michael Carrick, manager of Middlesbrough, against Frank Lampard, the boss of Coventry. Of course, both came through the West Ham Academy together and were teammates there, played with each other for England, also faced each other lots of times, competing for all the major titles, Premier League titles, Champions League, when they were both at, obviously Carrick at Manchester United and Frank Lampard at Chelsea. It's going to be a fascinating afternoon. I'm just outside the main entrance of the stadium, right next to the Jimmy Hill statue. What a legend Jimmy Hill was. Of course, he was manager here and actually chairman. I grew up watching him as a pundit on Match of the Day. Fantastic man. But anyway, it's a sellout crowd and I'm just about to go inside the stadium. Well, I've just got past security. That's one of the things I don't like about coming to Coventry. There's the security that you have to go through to get in. I know they have to do it. I'm not blaming the club in any way. That's security. But when you're a journalist, you carry around so much stuff, and then you've got to open your bag, get everything out, explain that that's not a bomb that you're actually carrying. It's actually a laptop and a few wires and chargers and things. But anyway, I'm through. I'm into the stadium, and I'm just about to go down into the press lounge, grab something to eat, and then we'll go out into the arena itself. Minutes from kick-off and I'm in the bowl. Just had a lovely breakfast. What I do like about the early kick-offs is you get a great breakfast at most of the grounds. Anyway, I'm in the arena itself and as you can hear, the Who are playing in the background. Fantastic band. So both these teams trying to get back into the Premier League. Coventry haven't been there since 2001 and Boro 2017. 'Well, we're about to kick off here at the Coventry Building Society Arena. It's do or die for one of these teams. Who's going to be in the playoffs at the end of this match? Or could they both end up cancelling each other out and both missing out? We'll soon find out. And it's half time here at Coventry. Jack Rodini has just put the sky blues ahead. So as things stand, they are comfortably in the playoffs. Boro have got it all to do in the second half. Coventry were the better side for most of that first half, but Boro did have a couple of chances. But what an exciting afternoon of Championship action so far. Can't believe, for example, that Leeds are losing to Plymouth. Millwall are giving Burnley a bit of a scare. They went 1-up at Turf Moor, and then Burnley have equalised. So as things stand, they win the title. But poor Luton Town losing 3-1 against West Brom. So as things stand, the Hatters will be in League One next season. Half-time cup of tea, just catching my breath. I have to say, the Championship is the most mental league in the world. There's not a division like it for me, especially this year. The Premier League has been so dull, so boring. I think the football's boring as well in the Premier League, actually. These games in the Championship, they're blood and thunder. There's something hanging on it all the time, and 2 games every week. It's just brilliant. It really is. So yeah, going out for the second half. I'm sure there'll be more twists and turns. Come the teams for the second half. Coventry City have confirmed their place in the playoffs, thoroughly deserved today. They were the better side, although it was a relentless second half, end-to-end at times, as Boro desperately tried to get back into the match. But Brendan Thomas Asante was the real hero when he came on in the second half. Brilliant, hit the woodwork and actually set up the clinching second goal for Jack Rodoni, adding to his first goal. So Coventry, Frank, obviously, you've achieved everything in the game as a player, and you've been in the playoffs before as a manager. How does that compare playoffs to sort of other experience that you've had?
Yeah, it compares right up there. I love the Championship. I love working in it. I love working at Derby. I love working here because of the week after week you get different styles, tough games. Things go to Plymouth and get beaten 3-1, and it's a real challenge as a coach in a lot of ways. I think the speed of the game is something a bit of a throwback to it. No VAR, I don't like that, but it brings different elements. So I think the playoffs is obviously when you've succeeded to a degree or whatever. It's certainly success for us at this point, but I enjoy it. So anything else I achieved in my playing career or managerial career, this is right up there because it's just when you work at a club, you end up working with people. So you see people improving and getting a result, getting to the playoffs, and you see fans excited and people that work behind the scenes. It doesn't matter where you are. It could be Champions League, or it could be playoffs. It's the same feeling.
Yeah, it's not a nice feeling at all. It's sickening to firstly to see the boys like that on the pitch at the end and in the changing room, and what we've been like in the changing room. I think to show how much they've put in for me and the staff and the club, to know how much effort they've given, how much they care, and to see them hurt like that is obviously gets me, and it's about people at the end of the day, and we all tried to achieve something. We felt that we could, we felt we wanted to, we felt we were good enough, and just haven't been able to pull it off in the end. But today kind of summed it up. I thought we were really good for the most of the game. I thought it was a really good performance. The boys give everything, played some fantastic football, and just we couldn't flip the balance in terms of chances for taking the chances, and the goal at 1-0 before half time. So it's again, proud of them, positives from it, but in the end we didn't get what we wanted.